Well, hey everybody, Jess here, Arrow Jam Farms. Welcome to the channel. So we got a little bit of nasty weather here today. So I thought this would be a good time to upgrade some more lighting at the shop. So what I have here is a light, an outdoor LED light by the company called Onforu. And they recently got a hold of me via email, asked if I would be interested in reviewing one of their lights. And so I took a good look at it. To see if that would be a good fit for me, if they would be a good fit for me. So I looked at them for a little while and said, you know what, yeah, I think I will, because I have the ideal spot for this light here. So that's what today's video is about. Let's dive in here and I'll show you what I got. All right, so I apologize if I get some bad image quality here. It's like I said, it's pretty nasty out here today. Overcast, we got a lot of rain, had a storm system move in. So I'm having trouble keeping the lens from fogging up, but anyhow, we'll get along here and we'll get through it. So I'm here at the back of the shop. There's an old style light up there. I think probably used incandescents or maybe halogens, but there's actually no light bulb in it. And there hasn't been a light bulb in it since we purchased the property. I think I've put a few in there and they always blow out. So for whatever reason. So I thought this would be a good time to upgrade to LEDs. I've put LEDs in some other areas of the shop, and I'll hop up here so you can kind of see the style of this one. So as you can see, there's the style. Now just that old, typical old style that work for, you know, LEDs or incandescents or probably halogens also. But like I said, I've been wanting to replace this one for a while, and sometimes I do work back here at the back of the shop if I'm doing something with a tractor or an implement or something like that. And it gets dark on me, you know, sometimes I have to finish up. So it would be handy to have a light back here. And that would also light up some other storage areas back here behind the shop if I ever need to do that for security reasons. And one good thing is I already have a light box here. So obviously if you don't and you need to run some wire and you're not comfortable doing this type of stuff yourself, you can always have an electrician do that for you. But really, since this is already hooked up, I have had light bulbs in here that have worked for a short period of time, so I know the switch is good and electricity is good. It'll be a simple matter of just taking this old light out and hooking up the new light, which is very simple, just a couple of wires. Anybody can do it with a little bit of DIY skill, and then we should be good to go. Now obviously, safety first, you want to make sure all the electricity is removed from the circuit, and there's no chance of anyone even coming by and turning on the light switch and putting juice up here to potentially give you a shock and make you fall off the ladder or anything like that. So always flip the breaker as a security precaution. So let's hop down here and take a look at the Onforu LED security light, and then we'll get it installed. Well, all right guys, I had a little bit of audio malfunction here in this scene, but that's all right. I'll do a little quick voiceover and we'll get back to the normal audio. So here, just showing the box and the overall design of the light, as you can see on the front there. I'll turn it around here to the sticker, and you can see we got just showing a little bit of info here. It's a 9,000 lumen output, and we have here is the 100 watt. And the color temperature on this particular light is 6500K, which if you're not familiar with that, this is going to be more of probably a bluer, or you know, like a white with a hint of blue. It's going to be more in the blue spectrum as opposed to yellow. Let's go ahead and open the box up here. It seemed to be packaged, you know, well enough. It actually came inside of a bigger box. And just showing some accessories here. We have some wire nuts and some mounting screws if you're going to mount this onto a wall. Here's a mounting plate. You have to put this on first when you mount this onto, say, like a light box or something like that. And then you have the foam weatherproof gasket there. There's some more accessories here. I'll show you exactly what those are here a little bit later. Here are some more mounting screws. Those are for the mounting plate, and then to mount the light actually to the mounting plate. So here is the light, as you can see. Just kind of folded up right now, but those wings will fold out when you get ready. And just showing the day-night sensor here. I'll talk a little bit more about that just here in just a few seconds. Here you can see the screw to adjust this light and rotate it, up and down. You just loosen that screw off, and then when you get it to where you want it, you just tighten that screw back up. The outside wings are just friction fit, and you can just rotate those as needed. There's no screw to loosen or tighten. And here is where your mounting screw will go. Once you get the mounting plate in place on your light box, there will be a single screw that goes to the center hole here that screws into your mounting plate, and that's how your light is secured to the mounting plate. And just like any other typical lighting, you have your hot, neutral, and your ground wires. Alright, so as I mentioned before, this has a day-night sensor. And sometimes, even though these have a day-night sensor, you may want to operate this off of a switch, just on demand. And they've actually gave you a cool way to do that. This is a blacked out cover for this sensor. And so all you have to do is take the clear one off, put this blacked out cover on, and now you've essentially defeated that day-night sensor, and it will just operate off a switch on demand as you need it. For my situation, I'm actually wanting to use this kind of as a security light, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the clear cover on, and that will let this operate automatically during the nighttime and turn off in the morning hours and stay off during the day. Alright, I'm about to head up to mount this on the box. I got the metal cover mounted, and I'll show you that, but just wanted to show you, they make this thing very simple to install. They even have an arrow pointing up, which is the recommended direction. And so just wanted to show you that. Very simple. And we'll get up here and I'll show you the metal plate, the mounting plate, and then how that screw goes through the center. And really, I just have 2 wires up top. And so I will hook those up with the wire nuts and then tie the ground to the metal there on the box, and we will be hooked up. Well, alright, so I have these hooked up, so I end up using the wire nuts that came with it. Now ideally, this cover should be kind of in this upper left quadrant here, but because of the way my box is mounted, I had to just find some holes and make them line up. But I think there's enough space between this cover and the light itself. I will shove these wires back up in here, and I should be able to get this to mount the way it is. If not, I can take this off and spin it around just a little bit to kind of get it in the right spot. But that's it. Supported the light on the ladder as I hooked it up. And now all I have to do, I also added the foam gasket around this, which doesn't really matter a whole lot because this box here isn't completely watertight anyhow, which we're under an eave here, so it's not going to see a whole lot of weather. But obviously if you had this out in the weather and you had a waterproof box, then this gasket would help make this keep this light watertight. But this does appear to be sealed up back here very well anyhow. So I'm going to throw this on here. Unfortunately, I can't do it with one hand, so I'll put the camera up, and when I get it mounted, we'll come back and take a look at it. All right, there's the light mounted up, ready to go. Now, what I found was pretty cool that I didn't realize until I put this on. If you've ever installed these lights before or anything like this, sometimes it can be a challenge to get those screw holes to line up and get that screw started. But if you go back and look at some of the footage, maybe I'll throw just a still image up here. At the back of this case, the back of the light, there's a concave section around that screw hole. Well, that actually lines up with the mounting plate that has a convex mounting hole. So it allows the light and the mounting plate to mount up perfectly lined up, and really it makes a a breeze to start that screw in there, and really made it nice installing this up on this ladder and not have to worry about trying to line those holes up. Well, all right, there you go. There's the Onforu 100 watt LED light installed, and I'm just going to wait till we get some darkness here. Probably another, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, something like that. We will be dark enough to actually test this light and see what kind of light output we get, and see how good it lights up the back of the shop here, which I think will be perfectly fine for what I needed it to do. Like I said, I think this was, they just, you know, got with me right at the right time because I was actually looking into this project. So a few thoughts on the light. You know, obviously I can't speak to longevity. I just put it in, but it seems well made for what it is. Had some pretty cool, well thought out features, I think, especially at something for this price point. You know, it is made in China, but good luck finding something that isn't made in China these days, especially when it comes to LED lighting. But if you get past that, it seems to be actually pretty good quality. Longevity we'll have to see, but you know, they included all the accessories needed, mounted it up. Really, you know, if you already have the box there and electricity run, I mean, 5 minutes you got this thing mounted and ready to go. So, you know, really happy with the mounting process and everything like that. So if you're interested in this light and you want to take a look at it, I will put a link down in the description. So they did provide a link that will get you 10% off. You're interested in the light, do me a favor, click on the link, check out the light, and that will let them know that you found the light with my video. So anyhow, we'll wait on dark, check this thing out some more. In the meantime, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for checking out the channel. Click that like button for me, subscribe if you hadn't. God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Well, all right, there you go. I don't know how well you can tell that, but it's definitely lighting things up back here. A whole lot better than it was. And really, it throws light for a long ways. And you couple that with those wings that you can fold around and direct light where you want to go. Really happy with the light and the output and the ease of mounting. And so, y'all check it out. Link below.